Do you feel weaker, less energetic, as if your body isn't responding as it once did? If you're over the age of 60, sarcopenia may be the cause. But don't despair. This text will reveal a surprising remedy, a specific food that has outperformed drugs in clinical trials, capable of reversing muscle loss. Discover how Buddhist wisdom, alternative medicine, and a scientific discovery can restore your strength and independence. If you are over 60, this video could change your life. Are you noticing that your muscles are crumbling? That climbing stairs has become a challenge? That your strength is not what it once was? You are not alone, and it's not just age. There's a silent killer stealing independence from millions of seniors, sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass. But what if we told you that there is a specific food, backed by science and age-old wisdom, that can literally reverse this process, a food that has outperformed drugs in clinical trials? Keep watching, because what we are about to reveal to you could give you back the strength, vitality, and freedom you thought you had lost forever. And it's not what you think. We'll talk about Buddhist wisdom, alternative medicine, and a surprising food that, if consumed correctly, can do miracles for your muscles after age 60. Don't waste a second. Your independence is at stake. But before continuing, if you appreciate our content, like the video and share it to spread our information as much as possible. The morning sun filtering through the leaves of a towering centuries-old Bodhi tree painted intricate patterns of light and shadow across the courtyard of Shu Main Tin Monastery. The monastery, a haven of peace perched on the green hills of Burma, seemed suspended between heaven and earth. A group of elderly men, some leaning on carved bamboo sticks, others with their hands clasped in deep respect, had gathered in expectation. They were there to listen to Sayadaw U Pandita, a monk revered not only for his profound knowledge of Buddhist Dharma, but also for his astonishing expertise in traditional and alternative medicine. The Sayadaw, a man whose age was hard to pin down, exuded an aura of calm and wisdom. The wrinkles that lined his face seemed like maps of ancient knowledge. His eyes shone with a gentle but penetrating light. He wore the saffron robes typical of Theravada monks, and his bearing, despite his age, was erect and dignified. "Dear friends," the Sayadaw began, his voice deep and resonant like the sound of a gong, "we are gathered here today to face an insidious enemy, a silent thief who threatens your independence, your vitality, your very ability to live life to the full. This enemy," he paused, letting his words resonate, "is called sarcopenia." A wave of concern ran through the group. Da Kin Mei, a small but energetic woman with gray hair, pulled back in a bun, stepped forward, her voice shaking. "Venerable Sayadaw," she said, "I have noticed my strength is waning. Climbing the stairs, once an easy task, has become a feat. Carrying shopping bags from the market to the village is a chore. Doctors tell me it's age, which is inevitable." Yu Bai then, an elderly man with a flowing white beard and lively eyes that betrayed an indomitable spirit, nodded vigorously. "Me too, Sayadaw. I feel weaker, less steady on my feet. My back, which was once as strong as a teak trunk, now complains with every movement." The Sayadaw listened patiently and compassionately, nodding slowly. "Western medicine," he said, while undoubtedly effective in treating many diseases, often focuses on the symptoms, the external manifestations of the problem. But the age-old wisdom of the Buddha, combined with the profound knowledge of traditional medicine and alternative practices, invites us to look deeper, to seek the root causes, to understand the interconnection of body, mind, and spirit. He made a sweeping gesture, ideally embracing the entire group. "The human body," he continued, "is a sacred temple, a precious gift that has been entrusted to us. And muscles," he emphasized, "are the fundamental pillars of this temple. They are what allow us to move, to work, to interact with the world, to express our vitality." "But how can we protect these pillars, Venerable?" asked Mai, a woman with a face marked by time, but a look still full of curiosity. How can we counter this enemy, sarcopenia, which seems inexorable? The Sayadaw smiled, a smile that radiated warmth and hope. The answer, dear friends, lies in a central principle of Dharma, the principle of interdependence, of interconnectedness. Everything is connected. Our physical health is deeply linked to our mental health, our emotions, our eating habits, our lifestyle. To preserve our muscles, we must nourish our body, our mind, and our spirit holistically. He invited the group to follow him into a small garden, a verdant oasis within the monastery, where medicinal herbs, vegetables, and brightly colored flowers flourished. The air was scented with jasmine and moist earth. Look carefully at these plants, the Sayadaw said, pointing to a turmeric plant with its bright green leaves. Each plant needs specific nourishment to grow strong and healthy: sunlight, water, minerals. In the same way, our muscles need nourishment to stay strong and vital. They need protein, but not just any protein. He took a handful of fertile soil in his hands, letting it slowly flow through his fingers. Protein is the basic building block of our muscles, but there is one amino acid, an essential component of protein, that is particularly important for muscle health, especially as we age. This amino acid is called leucine. Leucine, U Pandita repeated, as if savoring a new and mysterious word. And what exactly does this leucine do, Sayadaw? Leucine, the monk explained, is like a switch, a signal that activates the muscle-building process. It tells the muscle cells it's time to grow, to repair, to get stronger. It's like the sun nourishing this plant. He pointed to the turmeric again. But as we age, our muscles become less sensitive to this signal. It's like the switch becomes less responsive, or the sun becomes dim, so we need to increase the amount of leucine we consume. Da Kin Mei, with an attentive expression, asked, "But where do we find this leucine, venerable? In which foods?" The Sayadaw smiled, appreciating their thirst for knowledge. Nature, in its infinite generosity, offers us many sources of leucine. We find it in meat, fish, eggs, legumes. But today, he said with a tone of voice that announced something special, I want to talk to you about one food in particular, a food that has been shown, in numerous scientific studies, to be extraordinarily effective in counteracting the loss of muscle mass, even in old age, a food that, unfortunately, is often overlooked or misunderstood. He paused strategically, creating an atmosphere of suspense. Then, with a dramatic flourish, he revealed a small glass container filled with a fine white powder. This food, he announced, is whey protein. A murmur of surprise and disbelief spread among the elders. Whey? Exclaimed Dharmaya I with a skeptical expression. But isn't that what young bodybuilders use to bulk up their muscles? That is a very common misconception, replied the Sayadaw patiently. Whey, in fact, is an extremely versatile and beneficial food, suitable for all ages, but especially valuable for the elderly. It is a milk derivative, a concentrate of high-quality proteins, rich in leucine and all other essential amino acids. It is easily digestible, rapidly absorbed by the body, and most importantly, it powerfully stimulates muscle protein synthesis, even in muscles that have become less reactive due to age. He explained that whey also contains bioactive peptides, small molecules that have beneficial effects on health. They improve blood circulation, reduce inflammation, protect muscle cells from damage caused by free radicals, a process that accelerates with aging. Think of whey, he said, as a special fertilizer for your muscles, a fertilizer that helps them stay strong, elastic, and resilient. U Pandita, who had been listening with growing interest, asked, But Sayadaw, how should we take this whey? And in what quantity? The most effective form, the monk replied, is whey protein isolate, like the one I showed you. It is the purest and most concentrated form, with minimal fat and carbohydrates. A small amount per day is enough, about 20 to 30 grams, dissolved in water, plant milk, or added to a smoothie preferably after physical activity when the muscles are most receptive to nourishment. The Sayadaw emphasized that whey is not a magic potion that solves all problems. It is a powerful tool, a valuable ally, but it must be integrated into a healthy lifestyle. Remember, he said, the principle of interconnectedness. Whey alone is not enough. We must combine it with a balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats. We must exercise regularly, even if moderate. Walking, gardening, yoga or tai chi, swimming, anything that gets your body moving and your muscles working is beneficial. He also stressed the importance of rest. Sleep, he said, is when your body regenerates, when your muscles repair and rebuild. Quality sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours a night, is essential for muscle health. And finally, he reminded them of the importance of the mind, a calm, serene mind, free from stress and anxiety, he said, is equally important for physical health. Meditation, prayer, time spent in nature, positive social relationships, all these contribute to creating an internal environment conducive to health and well-being. He concluded this talk with a reminder of the wisdom of the Buddha. Moderation, dear friends, is the key. Don't overdo the protein. Don't neglect the other nutrients. Listen to your body. Be aware of its needs, its signals, and above all, cultivate gratitude. Be grateful for the gift of life, for the ability to move, to breathe, to be present in the world. The sun was now high in the sky, bathing the monastery courtyard in a warm golden light. The elders, their eyes shining with new hope and determination, approached the Sayadaw to express their deep gratitude. Da Kin Mei, with a smile that lit up her face, said, "Venerable Sayadaw, today I have learned more than I have learned in years of medical visits. I feel as if I have found a precious key, a key to open the door to a more active and independent life." Yu Bei then added in a firm voice, "Thank you, Sayadaw. I will strive to follow your wise advice, to nourish my body and mind with awareness and love." The Sayadaw smiled, his heart filled with joy and compassion. "Remember," she said, "the path to health is a path of awareness, of self-care, of connecting with the ancient wisdom and life force that resides within each of us. And on this path, you are not alone." And so, that day in the hills of Burma, a group of elders rediscovered the hope of a full and active life, thanks to the timeless wisdom of the Buddha, the knowledge of alternative medicine, and the power of a simple but extraordinary food, whey protein, a food that, combined with a conscious lifestyle, can help preserve the pillars of the temple and live long, healthy, and in harmony.